Pope Shenouda III is a wise man of this age, possessing charisma, wisdom, and intuition, which made many sayings that represent meanings and connotations that man carries as guidance in his life. God gives you what benefits you, not what you ask for, unless what you ask is beneficial for you. This is because you often ask for what does not benefit you. May the good be with you, of course. Let it be something spontaneous that does not require effort, like your breathing. Conscience is a judge who loves good, but is not infallible. If the heart is imperfect in its love for God, then its will is shaken. If you are complaining about a failure that troubles you in your life, go back quickly to yourself, search inside you well, remove the evil, and reconcile with God. And thus the blessing will return to you. A just person with a free mind says about the truth that it is right even if it comes from his enemy. And says about the false that it is false even if it comes from his father or brother. Ambition is not a sin, but a sacred energy by which a person is directed to perfection as the image of God. I care about the soul, inner growth, and the hidden virtues. Do you love yourself well? Do with this love its people, to return as it was the image of God. And be careful not to love yourself with a wrong love. Your life with all its energy and a weight handed over to you by God. So you need to develop your personality in general to turn into a strong personality together, whether in mind, conscience, will, knowledge, wisdom, behavior. Judgment on matters are a normal psychological. We do not destroy the angry energy, but rather direct it well, because the angry energy can produce enthusiasm, sacred jealousy, and pride. You say, I want to give my heart to God. I say to you, give him your mind also. As your heart is, so will your mind, and as your mind is, so will your heart. So well said the Bible. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your mind. There is a mind that is led by a certain principle that it believes in. It lives within this principle. Whether it is right or wrong, and it must not budge from it, but rather remains imprisoned in it, and this principle constitutes a basic structure for its life. Strength must not take a sensual or universal style. Strength does not mean victory over others, but rather winning over others. I wish, O Lord, that I would forget everything, and that you alone would satiate my life, and you are on the spiritual path. Be careful lest you grow up in my eyes and fall. Every virtue devoid of love does not count as a virtue. And the fate of the body is that it ends its life for the sake of a good deed. Put God between you and the narrow, so the narrow disappears and the loving God remains. If you weaken one day, know that you have forgotten the strength of God. If you want to comfort people, do it the way they see fit, not as you think. Because you might try to comfort them in a way that makes them tired. If you can't take away people's troubles, at least don't be the cause of their troubles. Be realistic. Think about solving your problems and do not focus on depression. If you do not find a solution to your problem, wait for the Lord or endure and live in your reality. Truth is one of the names of God. So, who loves the truth loves God. And he who is far from the truth is far from God.